Range fans, check it out. This is crazy. 5 degrees feels like 0. Man, there's snow all over the place. It's not that deep, but boy, is it cold out here today. And I'm out here with another 1022 bill. This is Mrs. Leo's 1022, built to her spec. She wanted something light, but before I get into the bill spec, let me tell you about this new rifle I'm going to test out. And this is the pill for it. The old freedom pill. No, I'm just kidding, folks. Hey, folks, I've not asked the channel for much, and that's because it's just, I don't know, let's just say it's not my nature to ask for too much. And sometimes we need to know how to ask for help, and I don't do so well at it. So I'm going to cut to the chase. I've got some new merch to Miss Leo's 45 design. This is her design. And it's a thermos, folks. It's a huge thermos. But I've got some smaller ones too. And man, this pill comes off the top of it. It's got a nice, really, really nice opening and closing mechanism on the top of it. Very sturdy, very reliable, keeps the coffee hot and keeps the cold drink cold. Yes, I've used it for hot coffee, and I've also used it for some cold water just to see how it would work. I stayed in this thing for 28 hours before it started to melt. I think that's pretty decent. What I would like to know is, for those that have asked me about supporting the channel, and I've not put up a Patreon page or anything of that nature, would you consider one of these for 24 bucks? It's to help me. All that funding will go back into the channel. It's to help ease the burden on me and Miss Leo's pocket and how we fund this channel. Yes, just had to buy a $120 battery. It just quit on me. I don't know if the cold weather killed it or what, but now the thing won't take a charge or anything of that nature. And it was $120 for a flipping battery. That's right, folks. Probably could have got a little cheaper if I'm honest with myself. And that I got an original battery. I didn't want one that was made in China. But anyways, would you consider one of these Mr. Revolver Guy, dayattherange.com thermos? Let me know down in the comments below. And also you can email me at mrrevolverguy@dayattherange.com and let me just tell me your thoughts. What do you think? I think it's pretty nifty and pretty neat on her part. Now, let's get to the rifle build. We're going to sit this thing out of the way. The rifle build, to me, meets her specs. She wanted something light that she could shoot offhand, something she could shoot from bipod, something she could shoot from bench rest with me. And I thought, that is crazy. Is this lady crazy or what? She is known to be a little psycho, but that's another story for another day. Anyways, I have a CST 1022 receiver and match grade bolt in this thing. Yes, very well machined, very well done. It's in a Victor Company Titan 22 stock. And then the thing that makes it go boom is a Volkorsen V2000 trigger housing group. And on top, for the glass, we've got a Crossfire 2 Vortex 6-24. She should be able to see anything she wants to see from 50 to 200 yards with this thing. It is crystal clear. But what makes up the heart of this rifle is a Summit Precision carbon fiber wrapped barrel. Now, I've not believed in these things too much. Not Summit Precision, but the carbon fiber wrapped barrel. I've just not had great success with them, with anything carbon fiber wrapped. But I came across this website and asked the guy, you know, how it was made. He and I exchanged emails. Matt and I exchanged emails. He told me how it's made. It is button rifled. It does come with a bench chamber, which is kind of the 22 semi-auto match chamber, if you will. And this thing is threaded, folks, and it's like ball bearings on the end. When I got this thing, I did run the old bore scope down it, and it looked pretty well finished. I can tell you that muzzle is crowned like no other. The crown of that muzzle, whew, man, it is pretty nice and pretty sharp. And the rifling in the barrel is pretty sharp. I did notice one thing. There looks to be a bunch of copper in a 22 barrel. And then I got to thinking, I said, oh, you know what? That's from the button rifling as it was machined. I bet you the more rounds we get through this thing, the tighter this thing's gonna shoot. I use the old laser to get it on sight at 50 yards, and I've got two 10-22 magazines loaded up with some Lapua CentriX. I'm keeping them in my pocket because it's so flipping cold out here today. And we're gonna put 20 rounds on target and see how she does. Let's get that downrange camera set up and see what Miss LEO 45 10-22, see how this thing shoots on the range. Let's get to it. All right, folks, two things I forgot to mention. I have fallen in love with these Wheeler scope rings. Very robust, but come with the old scope level mounted on the side. Somehow, Miss LEO 45 thought that was some special advantage I had on the previous 10-22 build that you saw. Now everybody in the family has a 10-22 build. Well, except for one. And that's, she know who she is, Jess, but she act like she afraid to come to the range, folks. I'm not going to force her, not going to make her. But anyways, again, another story for another day. These Wheeler rings are very robust. I have 2 sets of them now, and just very stout. And I love the integrated scope level. Also on the rear of the Titan stock, I did put on the cheek riser. Anyways, I've got 20 rounds of CentriX, Lapua CentriX in my pocket. We're gonna load the first 10 round magazine. Folks, this is all I got in me today. Just 20 rounds, I'm sorry. That's all I got in me today. We're gonna get these 20 rounds on 1-inch targets downrange, and we'll see how she goes. Here we go, folks. Ooh, Summit Precision. You might make a believer out of me with a carbon fiber wrap barrel. Man, this thing is light too with that carbon fiber wrap barrel. Let's move over to that other target and put another 5 rounds on that target. How can I do? Yeah, baby, did you see those last 3? Woo! I am digging it. By the way, the CST match bolt came with the extended lever on the guide rod. Man, you see those 2 groups downrange? I tell you what, let's go move this camera. Hey, folks, by the way, cold weather just does something crazy to 22. And to see how this Summit Precision barrel is shooting in 5-degree weather with CentriX, nothing else down the board, folks. Nothing. He might make Matt over at Summit Precision, he might make a believer out of me. Let's get 10 more rounds down on target. Oh boy, this really is kind of unfair to this setup. But man, if it shoots this good in 0-degree weather with Lapua CentriX, man, I can't wait until it gets warm. When it gets warm, we're going to get the whole family out with their 10-22s and see how each of us can do. We're going to put this bragging rights on the table, and we're going to bring all that chatter in my ear to an end about how bad I look on film, on camera for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Let's put another 10 rounds downrange. Woo-hoo. Man, tickled to death. Let's see. Come on, Summit Precision. Oh, man. But you know what? It truly is. I know I've said it a million times, folks. It truly is unfair. I can barely talk. It's so cold out. My hands are shaking and trembling. And that carbon fiber wrap barrel is turning in groups like that? Holy cow, man. Man, Miss LEO may have been on to something. I know this CST Titan 1022 receiver is helping too. By the way, the Summit Precision barrel, I was pretty shocked to see some fine coarse sandpaper in the shipping material. And what it was for is the mating to the receiver is a little bit oversized. Here's what I found out. Just a tad bit of oil. Didn't have to put sandpaper on it or anything. There's no heavy twisting or anything of that nature, but it did take a little force. I should have got some pictures of it. When I got it all put together and the barrel made it to the receiver at 12 inch-pounds, I noticed there was a big gap on the bottom, not like normal where you kind of have that barrel droop or that dreaded 1022 barrel droop. It was like straight. I don't know if that's the barrel or if it's the mating to the receiver and the fit, but whatever it is, I don't care. I ain't going to mess with it. I'm not taking it back out of the stock with this thing shooting this way. It does have a cleaning port on the backside as well. And of course, you have to take it out of the stock for that. But we have it tightened down to this Titan stock at 18 inch-pounds. All right. Whew. Last 5 rounds with these shaky hands. You guys see that first Cold War shot? That was me, a little low. Oh yeah, folks, I am digging it. When this thing gets warm and when the weather gets better out, we're going to bring this thing back out on the range with us to give you more footage with some Lapua CentriX carbon fiber wrap barrel, Summit Precision. Oh, I'm digging it. Hey folks, really what this video was about was for me to humbly ask. Yeah, I wanted to show off Miss LEO's rifle. By the way, she said no way in the world. And you tell those folks, I don't care what they think. There's no way I'm getting out there with you in 0-degree weather. I understand. Man, this thing is cold. It's so cold out, I can barely hold it in one hand. But what I wanted was all of your opinion. Do you think instead of just setting up a Patreon or something like that, I want to have something to offer to support this channel, not just in firearms, but mainly for the camera gear is what it's all about. Would you think about buying one? What do you think of these? Leave comments down below. You can email me at mr.revolverguy at dayattherange.com. Tell me if you would like one. Here's what I want to do. I want to gauge the market for this thing off of this video and see how many's out there before I just get these things made, right? And put an investment in it and then nobody wants one. But I tell you what, it is a very good, solid made thermos and guaranteed to make you stand out on the range or any place else you take it with you. Summit Precision Carbon Fiber Wrap Barrel, CST Titan 22. I cannot wait to get Miss LEO 45 behind this thing. Man, I got to get out of here. I'm going home, folks. Catch you next week.